Hello everyone. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to set the boundary condition for our tributary reach in HEC-RAS 2D for our flood modeling. So once you open your HEC-RAS, in that navigate to this option called View or Edit Unsteady Flow Data. So I'm gonna click this option. So now a window pop up saying Unsteady Flow Data. So here first we're gonna navigate to this particular one here, the boundary condition. We already set the boundary condition for the upper reach as well as the lower reach of Walled Eagle Creek. So now we have to set the boundary condition for the tributary reach. So I'm gonna click this option. So once you click the boundary condition of the tributary reach, so you can see what are the boundary condition types you can select here. For example, here we're gonna select. We have three different options here. One is stage hydrograph, and second is a flow hydrograph, and third is a stage and flow hydrograph. So here I'm gonna click this option called flow hydrograph. So once you click this option, we have the window pop-up saying flow hydrograph. So here we have our option called, the first option called data time interval. So by default it is set to 1 hour. So we're gonna leave it as a default as a 1 hour. And next is a select or enter the data starting time reference. So here I'm gonna select fixed start time. So here we have to select the date here. So I'm gonna click this option. And here in the previous video I have shown you, we have selected for August 1, 2026. So we're gonna select here August, followed by the year. We're gonna select is 2026, and I'm gonna select August 1 here. So let me select August 2 here, and I'm gonna click OK. And followed by the time here, I'm gonna specify as 000. And once you click this option here, so the date automatically updated here. You can able to see here. So here we're going to specify a hypothetical hydrograph that lasts for. So we're going to specify for around 89 hours here. So in the first, so in the start here, in the 0 hours, first I'm going to specify is 32.54 meter cube per second, and followed by, and in the 45th hour, so we're going to navigate here, and the 45th hour I'm going to specify the value. Here we're going to specify the value of 148.73, and last at the 89th value here, which is here, the 89th hour, there is an 88th hour. So we're going to navigate here, and in the 88th hour I'm going to specify as 35.44. So now I have to create a hydrograph. I've mentioned the flow data in the 89th here. So you can able to see in the ID of 89, I've mentioned the value of 35.44, and followed by in the ID of 45, I've mentioned the value of 148.73, and last in the starting of 00 hours or ID 1, here specified the flow data, which is 32.54 meter cube per second. So once you specify this value, navigate to this option and click this option called interpolate the missing value. So now I can able to see we have just specified at the topmost value of the top here. For example, in FID we define 32.58, and in the FID of 45 we define the value, which is a mid value, which is around 148.73, and in the last hour we define the value around 35.44, and we click this option called interpolate missing value. It automatically fill those value. And the last thing we need to specify the energy. So we have to specify the energy slope for the distributing flow along the boundary condition line here. So we have to specify that particular value. So before proceeding towards entering the energy slope value, before I'm going to click this option called plot data, and we can check the hydrograph. And this is our hydrograph here, so you can able to see. So I'm going to close this. So here the energy slope value, I'm going to give it a value of 0.02. So once you mention the value, we're going to click OK. And let us check for our energy slope for upper reach and lower reach. So let me check whether I have specified for the upper reach here. I have selected the flow hydrograph for upper reach, and I'm going to click this option called flow hydrograph. So here I haven't specified the energy slope here. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to specify the value which is 0.002. And I'm going to click OK. And similarly, let me check the lower reach normal depth frictional values. So I'm going to click this option, and I'm going to navigate to this option called normal depth. And here I gave a value of around so here I gave a value of around 0.0004. So here I gave a frictional slope value of this 0.004, and let me click OK, and let me navigate to our upper reach here, and I'm going to click this option called flow hydrograph. So here I'm going to mention the energy slope to be 0.0004, and I'm going to click OK. And similarly for tributary reach, I'm going to navigate, selected the flow hydrograph, and I'm going to navigate to flow hydrograph here, and I'm going to change the energy slope value, and I'm going to click OK. So once you entered the unsteady flow data, so we're going to navigate to the file option here and make sure that you save unsteady flow data. So now it got saved. So here we entered the data for both the upper reach, lower reach, as well as the tributary reach. So make sure that navigate to the file and save the unsteady flow data, and you can close this. So you can navigate to the file and click this option called exit. So in this video, I have shown you how to set the boundary condition for our tributary reach in HEC-RAS 2D for our flood modeling. So thanks for watching.